Buildings, roads, they all need regular maintenance, and a lot of infrastructure in our national parks needs some work. But events like wildfires and floods aren't making things any easier.
National parks hold a special place in many hearts.
Anytime I'm out in nature or in a national park or something, I'm usually pretty pumped.
Fly fishing, camping, wildlife, it's all part of the experience. But keeping these parks pristine while accommodating for 300 million visitors nationwide each year can present a challenge.
We're trying to keep them up to date and keep them running, but this one we finally had to give up on.
From upgrading bathrooms,
They're just outdated sinks, it's very difficult to find parts for them.
to upgrading campsites.
The goal is to get them out of the wetland.
Estimates show the Park Service currently has almost $22 billion in deferred maintenance and repair needs at its national parks.
You know, those are not going to be super sexy projects. Doing wastewater treatment plants, redoing plumbing.
So this is the actual spot that I was in a helicopter.
National Park Service Director Chuck Sams was briefed on some of the projects going on here.
Trying to meet the new modern needs of most campers.
At Rocky Mountain National Park, northwest of Denver, a large wildfire caused even more repair needs.
It grew from in here and started making runs.
How do you see climate events impacting the already large deferred maintenance we see, and do you have any concerns there?
You know, for several decades now, we've been discussing climate change as an existential threat to our well-being. And we have to figure out ways to plan around that through climate resiliency and adaptation. A great example is what happened at Yellowstone in that massive 500-year flood event. We may see more of those.
The national parks are protected areas that are sort of remarkable natural spaces, but that also oftentimes means that they're more vulnerable.
Climate policy expert Lauren Gifford says we don't want to love these places to death.
And that's what's happening in a lot of national parks. The longer we defer maintenance of things like restrooms and parking lots, the more that's going to get passed on to individuals.
It's very important that we have this investment both by the Great American Outdoors Act and by the bipartisan infrastructure law. You know, but it is not going to cover everything that we need to do.
Sam says moving forward, building resilient infrastructure that can last for generations is key. This could look like building campsites farther from wetlands, or relocating power lines underground to reduce damage caused by wind, falling branches, or wildfire.
Using social science, using good just general environmental science, having strong engineering, and then being able to apply all of those different types of quantity and quality of information together so that we have a resilient infrastructure.
I'm Chloe Nordquist, reporting.